Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Rivera, but most people in the industry know me as Junior. I've been in the industry for 3 years now, and I've been a part of the crew at Lake Town Speed and Sound for 3 years as well. So the biggest challenge that I faced this year has been the shop's raise in our labor prices at the beginning of this year. So at the start of this year, around February, we increased our labor rates by about 25% from our original rates. Because of this change, our storefront did see a noticeable decrease in foot traffic. So the most important thing we did to overcome this slow period was to emphasize our pitches on our installations and how we stand out amongst the other crowd. We had to do that even more than before. So with the initial raise of our labor rate, our fabrication bay became home to a new Monport laser. That allowed our technicians to take their fabrication skills to the next level, getting more customized with their installs. Along with this, I started to become more active on my social media. Although I'm not posting every day, I do try to get the bigger projects on my Instagram feed. Now, like months later, I don't really see any negative feedback since we raised our labor rates. Everybody's kind of gotten accustomed to the new rate on what we charge and kind of our new policy. Along with this, we still try to emphasize our technicians install in a way to kind of justify the cost of what we're charging to what we deliver to our clients. So if I had to pick a word that my coworkers would describe me as, it would probably be dependable. I'm always on time, present, kind of like the last one to always leave, and kind of day-to-day stuff. If any of my fellow salesmen have a question, they can kind of always rely on me to answer it, whether that's outfitting a vehicle, providing like instructions or a tutorial on a product that we installed. Really comes down to the simplest things, even keeping the storefront clean and kind of coordinating the front a little bit in a way. My technicians can also count on me being dependable, not only because of my constant presence in the shop, but because of things such as when there's a change in a job that we're doing, they can rely on me to know that I'll successfully convey that change to the client, so there's no misunderstandings when the job is completed. All these things kind of add up into me being a pretty dependable individual. I think that's the best word that my coworkers would describe me as. So I like to take a more consultative approach to a sell rather than just being a straight up pitch for a sell. Kind of implying on the word being a consultant. What this really means is me asking a lot of questions to the client and trying to get an understanding of what it is they're looking for. And this can kind of assure that the client is going to get the outcome that they are wanting. This also provides a sense of security for the customer because they know that they're going to be advocated for the service rather than being subscribed to one. Another key strategy for this approach is to create a good bond with the client and trust. Without this trust, you can't really go anywhere past just conversation. Along with this, when I sell, I kind of let the client know what the potential is of their vehicle. So that's top-down selling. I always really want to emphasize what the vehicle can be, and even if that means breaking it up to stages, so the client can take it in steps, or they have different builds. Getting it into a way that the client can understand, that's key. For me, the way I want a customer to remember their sales experience is me being a friend to them rather than kind of being their salesman. Of course, I still have to do my job as a salesman, providing them a service and giving them a product. But what I mean by this is I want the customer to come in and feel like they're going to be able to come in for anything they want. And of course, we're talking about outfitting cars, whether it be a sound system, lighting upgrades, etc. I want them to feel like they're talking to a buddy, kind of like in the past. If this is a lot of our clientele is young adults to adults, so I kind of want them to get that youthful and fun experience back when working on their car. So a lot of you guys may have been expecting this, but I think the number one person who's influenced my performance is my dad. He's kind of taught me to stay on top of myself in this game. Always taught me to kind of try and achieve the next level. That's why I have my MECP certification. I do want to be working on my basic installer certification as well. He's kind of tried to tap me into doing that. So in terms of influence, he's got to be number one. Another good influence, or lesson I should say, are the MECP courses like I just mentioned. This is a great stepping stone for somebody just getting into the industry. Like myself a few years ago, I kind of got into it kind of by their books and learning product downstairs and all that. And since they transitioned to online, it's a lot easier to kind of go in there and learn and get knowledge that quickly. Even knowledge that, without going into that course, you wouldn't really have known. It's kind of presented to you now. So I always want to reach the next step in my career, and I feel that that next step would be being recognized as one of the top 20 sales pro. Yeah, that would definitely be reaching that next step. I've been in the running these past few years for Rookie of the Year, and although I didn't receive that award, that kind of gave me more passion and ingrained a drive to keep going with this. And so I hope one day to get the top sales award, and I think right now the next step is to be a part of the top 20. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody watching. Richard Bachelor over at MEA giving me a call, let me know that I was nominated for this, and everybody else who kind of helped put this together. Thank you guys. We'll see you.